Today I'm joined by my good friend and client, Adam Lascelles. Adam, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
Thanks, mate. I wanted to talk to you about video content. You have been heavily involved with visual marketing, and I think we started doing bits and bobs with you just post-pandemic. Talk to me about how you came to the realization that visuals were vital in your day-to-day.
I think we were in a time when we started doing it, which was we're in the COVID pandemic times as well. So video was more of a necessity, but it was something that sort of spearheaded to the forefront that we should be doing it. So it was kind of forced, if that makes sense. But it was something that worked particularly well, and it was something that moving forward it became our everyday sort of necessity when we're marketing a house, not just the photographs.
That early stage adoption was good, but do you think it's now must have?
In most instances, when you're looking at the big houses predominantly, which is what we cover, the middle to upper quartile by design, it's something that you need. It helps. You've got a lot of buyers. You've got buyers internationally. I saw a house recently, and the buyers were coming from America, from Ireland, from London, and it was something that helped those clients before they came to view it. Looking at the photos is okay, but ultimately a video is something that takes it to the next level.
In terms of your personal feelings about video content, I remember when we first started doing these things, and you knew you needed to do them because we were sort of in between lockdowns and things like that, and house viewings were difficult. How did you feel about making video yourself and putting your face on camera in the early stages?
Awful. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I really did. I suppose the one thing with yourself and Matt and Nick at the time, it was one of those things that you're good guys. You know, I think the word.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
But ultimately, I couldn't have had anyone better helping me do it, because ultimately I felt more at ease than I would have done with anybody else, if that makes sense. But I still hated it.
Why do you think you felt nervous about it? What do you think it was?
I think initially you're putting yourself out there, and this is the misconception that most people make. People who are close to me, my friends, my family, a following that I've got on social media, whatever, they'll like what you do. But the fear is people, what if they don't like you? What if they don't like what you're doing? And you're putting yourself out there, but ultimately no one cares. No one cares about you. They really don't. Your friends and your family do, and a few people on the outside, they do, and you might have a house that somebody really likes and they'll like it, whatever else. But ultimately, the misconception is people fear what people think of them. But that's not the case, because nobody gives a damn. Everyone's too busy in their own world to really give a damn. So I think people look into it who want to do video, maybe sit on the fence with it. And this is something that I've really sort of got to grips with more recently, is the fact that people base it as well on likes, on vanity likes, and they shouldn't do that. They should look at the actual the numbers behind the likes, the actual real data. I was chatting to David about this the other day. It's the real data. You can get one like, but you can get 2,000 people that have viewed your post or interacted 300 times, for example.
Yeah.
And that's what counts. It's not the likes that count, because ultimately, if you put a house out there, I think the people that actually like it and are willing to buy it, prepared to, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't show my hand to anybody. So there's a lot that goes on, but I think a lot of the time it's people in their own minds.
I think people they're too afraid to use the block button. If someone's put something unpleasant against your profiles, just block them, get rid of them, never see them again.
Totally agree.
You know, and I think people should do it.
I had it the weekend. I had 2 really awful comments on Facebook. Just blocked them.
Yeah, and they're gone.
That's
forever.
It. Gone.
And
Yeah.
they're gone
Didn't need
forever.
to interact with them. Clearly, why they wasted their time, I don't know. Did it bother me? Not at all.
No.
They'd gone within an instant. They're not on the page anymore. They can't see any more content. That's it. Gone.
Yeah.
And that's as easy as it is.
And the second part to your that you were saying is views. Views are there's a bit of misconception around views, and often people will try and cover large volumes of views, and that's fine if you're trying to get mass market appeal. But if you're trying to sell something that's bespoke, it's irrelevant how many views you get, as long as you get a buyer.
100%. And this is the other thing as well. When you post a video online, a video won't get the same interaction of likes as a photographic post will do. So you've got to be mindful of that. But ultimately, people will spend longer on your page looking at the video than they would do with your photo. So that's the first thing there.
How important do you think visuals are in 2023 and moving into 24, 25?
Hugely. absolutely. I mean, your figures really are staggering there, because if you look at, would, for example, TikTok survive if they just did photographs?
Yeah.
No, it's all video,
100%.
which everybody's fully 100% engaged with, and it's gone nuts and everything else like that. And it comes back to the fear. It's the fear, and it's the fear of not being liked, and it's the fear of, you know, being rejected. It's one of those things that you've got to do it. Especially the market and the age we're going into. I can see in a few years' time it will be video 100%, not photos.
What do you think about short form content? Because you're in a sort of an area of the market that is higher ticket, more luxury, and also less affordable for the majority of people. How important do you think short form video is for your business?
The people that tend to do video are people that are the business owners, where there's a lot that weighs on their shoulders. They can't, you know, they've got to survive. Whereas the people that are probably more afraid are people that probably work under people that aren't the main person that the business falls on if anything goes wrong. And therefore, I think that is two different elements as well. So I think the more people you find doing video are the associates of this world, the people that name is on the board.
Yeah.
Whereas the other people that maybe work for the corporates or the, you know, the larger independents, they're the people that probably don't do it so much. And I think what it comes down to is the people that have got to do it are the people that have got to provide for their families. They cannot fail.
Yeah.
They cannot fail at all. So I think, whereas, back to your original question, yes, I think it's coming. I mean, from by design, where I'm sat at the moment is, you know, but by design, Central Lincolnshire is my own business, and you know, I do variants of different things. I was taking pictures of myself in a field yesterday, not a video.
Shirtless or no,
just with my wellies.
Wellies and some budgies.
That's it, mate. That's it. Yeah. And,
did you have a flat cap?
I did.
Nice.
I did. But you know, and it's finding the right balance. All we need is one buyer on the right day, at the right time, in the right place, in the right mood. I don't need 5,000.
No.
I need one. And that's what I'm looking for. In most occasions, I've got a new build site at the moment, so I need 4.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that is all we're ever looking for. We don't want 4,000 viewings. We want 2 or 3 viewings, and we want to buy it.
100%.
That's it. And ultimately, it all leads back to that. So if you can get the right mindset right and know what your market is and your target is for that, and that's one buyer, you're on the right track.
So just finally then, what would your 3 tips be to any business owner, regardless of sector, about getting going with video? What would your top tips be, your top 3 tips?
Don't fear it. Point 1, don't fear it. Everybody fears it, but those people that do video, they fear it too. So don't let it put you off. Look at your target market. Who do you want to appeal to? And go for that target market. If it's a product you're selling, like a house, for example, you want the one buyer. You're trying to find the one buyer.
So be prescriptive, know exactly who you're after.
Yeah, absolutely,
That's number
100%. And for the third point, choose who you work with. Choose the best people. If you want the video doing, choose the best people. That's why we use you guys. Quick plug for you there.
Thanks, mate, but you can use other people. We just care about people.
You can't. You don't get the shirt.
We just care about other people. We just care about people doing it. But thank you very much.
Well, we use you, and use like-minded people that you can collaborate with, that work with, that want you to win as you want them to win. 100%. And that's what's key. You work with like-minded people that you can work with, and you share the same ethos.
Adam, thanks so much for your time. It's great to see you. Thanks for the shirt. And
looks great.
We'll see you again.